Hey friends, it's Tracy from HallOfFameMoms.com, and I am here with another Homeschool Mondays video. Today I wanted to share with you the new way that I am keeping my high school high school mom brain together when it comes to transcripts and credits. And I will tell you, I've been homeschooling. This is going on our 10th year. I've been preparing for high school, it seems like, since my son was in 3rd or 4th grade, because it's such an overwhelming thought to somebody who has been brainwashed, personally, by the status quo, you know, the direction of the world, whatever the way society does things. So, excuse me. So the thought that I could homeschool through high school and graduate my own son, I just didn't feel like I could. It just didn't really feel like something I could totally understand, and wasn't sure I could do. Not that maybe I couldn't get him educated, but could I legally, can I graduate him and dot all the I's, cross all the T's, and all that sort of stuff. So anyways, I had to just work on it for years, just kind of getting my mind used to it. I have a source I'll tell you about, Lee Benz she's the Home Scholar. You can look her up online. She has free videos on YouTube. She has a thing where you can sign up. This is not a sponsored post. I don't buy any of her products because I'm just very I don't have a big budget anyways, but I try to do what I can on my own. And you can, you know, and she does free webinars, so I've done a number of those with her. She's a wealth of information. Now, she's not the only source out there. There's also, there's another one, Annie. I think her blog is Annie and Everything. She has, I can't remember if she's graduated all her kids yet. She has, well, anyways, I'll just put her down in the description box also, so you have at least 2 sources you can help, you know, get your mind ready for those high school years. But anyways, so I was keeping in just a 3-ring binder, like blank credit tracker, notes from Lee Benz's webinars, maybe things that I wanted to teach my boys, just whatever. But I found this really, this year I found this really cute binder that actually zips all the way around. And I'll tell you, I've actually thought about, I'm not familiar with this brand, but this is really an adorable thing I'm going to show you. And it was expensive, but it was marked down. So that's the thing. I found it in the clearance section at Target. The original price I would not have paid, okay? So I think I got it for less than $10. But the original price was almost $30, okay? So I'm just saying, I'm frugal in that. But anyways, I had already had in my head in the past that these kind of binders that zip all the way around would be great for unit study planning. So like if you had a unit study you were creating and putting together, and you had your own books for that or videos, you could put them all in this one place, zip it up, and then when your child is ready for that subject, you know, hey, here you go. It's all right here, instead of having your DVDs over by the TV and having the books on the shelf and all of that. Of course, if you're using the library, it's not going to work out that way the best for you. And anyways, had I thought about that when I was homeschooling the younger years, maybe I would have tried it. But I don't really need it right now. I only have 2 boys. One's in 10th, one's in 8th. So anyways, you know what a 3-ring binder looks like, right? Well, so this is the whole thing I was telling you that I found at Target. So it's got a couple zipper access points. You know what? It says K-Sit is the name on the handle. And I only saw this print. They had a couple of them in the clearance section. And I like that it's pink because I'm the only girl here at home, so it's nice to have some pink. I'm wearing pink today. Pink used to not be my favorite color. Now it is one of my favorite colors. Got lots of the blues and grays and that going on. So anyways, I'm just unzipping it there. This is just another little zipper place here. And then I'm going to show you about with this one here. Okay, so this particular binder, this is a 3-ring binder. It's a very wide, see how big those hoops are? It's got, this particular one has a zipper pouch right here. I got some notes in there. It's got another pocket right here, which conveniently fits some of the things that I want to hang on to that we may use in our unit study for social studies, geography, history, all that kind of stuff. I mentioned in my last video, I think it was my last video, well, one of the first, either the first one or the second one, I mentioned about how I mentioned something about that, history, social studies, geography. Anyways, so then this section has a Velcro fastener, and you have all these pockets, okay? So, like, what do I have? Oh, okay. So, like, I don't do any standardized testing for my kids except for, I chose at 7th grade when they were towards the end of their 7th grade year. I did the CAT test, the CAT test, and so I have a feel for where they're at. Now that doesn't, that test doesn't include science and social studies and history. It's an English, like a language arts and math. So anyways, I keep the, I've got some of the test, information back in here so I can keep that for records. I have some things I printed off online that really like unit studies that I can use to teach the boys yet. You can use these obviously for anything. This fits another folder in here that I've got full of stuff. What do I have in here? Okay, it looks like more stuff to do in high school. Okay, so you can keep the miscellaneous things that you want to make sure you're including in high school or whatever in there. And then in the 3-ring binder parts, excuse me, I think I added this one. I don't think it came with it. I think I added this. I just put some more stuff for high school in there to make sure we cover, or at least I have available. And then in here I have just a table of contents. Let me put on my glasses. So I have assigning credits and transcript info, goals and plans for graduating high school and our homeschool. My son's CAT scores, my other son's CAT scores. And then it looks like in here I have more information on how to map out homeschool credits. Okay, so there's different things that are recommended by, different places. You can look at HSLDA. If you're a member there, they have free forms for you. That's a homeschool legal defense. We're members there. Let's see. I got a blank form here for homeschool planning. And then, and this chart right here, I believe I got that one from a Canadian homeschool mom on YouTube who, I think she made it for herself and had a link there. If I can find that video and I remember, I'll try to link it to the description box here on YouTube. Let's see, then I have, it looks like I was just kind of planning with Post-it notes, trying to plan out how I wanted what I wanted my boys to do before they graduated from our homeschool. I created a life skills checklist. This is something I did on my own. I think I did it in Google Docs, which is free. So whether or not I actually check them all off, it's just a bunch of like general life skills that I think the boys should have experience that I should be responsible to make sure they know how to do. Especially in a small family like ours, we just have 2 kids, so it's just easy for me to do a lot of things myself. And, you know, it's just, if we had a large family, there'd be a lot more need for stricter control for things, doing things a certain way. But anyways, it's just still things for me to make sure that I've thought through what they should know before they're out on their own, because it is our job to prepare them to be independent. Here's a blank of that credit paper I was mentioning to you. This is really nice. Now she's got it X'd into 4 triangles, so if you're having to keep track of the credits yourself, okay, let's say you're not doing a curriculum that tells you how many credits it has. Let's say that they're just spending a lot of time on that delight directed learning, or whatever. Then you can have them shade in. I had my son do this. Shade in, like if they spent a whole hour, shade in the whole box. If they spent half an hour, shade in 2 triangles. Okay, that sort of thing. And then you are tracking how many hours. Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, general credits are somewhere around 120 hours spent on a subject, more or less. And maybe for some other stuff where you're going to have labs, it would be higher. So it just depends. I mean, you got to know what your state allows. I live in Ohio, so my sons will not graduate with an Ohio State, Board of Education diploma. As far as I know, whatever I call the shots when it comes to what they need to graduate. My sons do have to be educated in certain subjects, okay, which I'm responsible to the state of Ohio for. I tell them, yes, I will cover these, but but that's in part of the notice of intent. That's in the form that I fill out where I have to say that. So, but anyways, I get to choose what the boys have to graduate, okay? And so my goal is to prepare them for the possibility of going to college. So I don't think either one of them want to go right now. I know my oldest doesn't want to go. We've already talked about going the trade route for him. Now I do not intend on raising lazy bums who are going to do nothing. I want my kids prepared. So they need to pick. They need to pick a direction, they need to pick a direction, or we're going to help them get in a direction, at least to prepare them. They need to be able to make a living wage, take care of them, be able to afford to take care of themselves, a wife, and children someday if they so choose. So it's my job, me and my husband's job, to get them ready for that. So that's a topic for another video. So then here's the CAT information that I saved. Okay, so then here's an example of something else I did in Google Docs. This is my 2019-2020 homeschool credit tracker, which isn't as complete, I think, as okay, here's the 2018-2019. Right here. Let me just look at it because I don't want to just put it out there. So what I did is this is really for myself to help me be prepared for when it comes time to make transcripts, because I don't want to wait until the 12th grade year and try to figure out, oh my goodness, what did we do, and all that. So for last year, for 9th grade, at the end of 9th grade, I started this, I believe, at the beginning, and then I filled in the rest at the end of the year so that I was, keeping up with it. So he had math. He'll either get half or 1 credit for that. 9th grade, I'm not done. Physics. Okay, so I've got his different things and with the credits I want to give him, and some more, and something else I need to figure out. I do make I do make my boys do some volunteer work. I know that's kind of a oxymoron, right? I'm going to make you do volunteer work, but hey, I'm the mom and I'm the teacher, so yes, they're going to serve during VBS week at church. So they're going to help with that. We did do a little, just a little volunteering at the local Humane Society one year, but that was before high school. Let's see what else. But my point with this is being prepared. Excuse me. What else do I have in here? Oh, okay. And then just in the back, like there's a pocket here in this particular binder. It's nice to have all these pockets. And I have my homeschool itinerary. For me, this was from the 2018-2019 year. Okay, so this is what I was talking about, being prepared at the beginning of the year, having a plan, laying it out, having an idea of how many credits you're going to give for whatever subject, and making sure that you are doing it the way you want to be doing it or need to be doing it. Yeah. And so then I also kept just some other things, some other helpful things for me. So anyways, it's going to be different for you, but this is how I am keeping my homeschool, high school, need to create transcripts, need to keep the whole graduation thing all in one place. And it zips up, which is wonderful. To protect it in case something spills on it, I can just grab it and take it with me if we're going somewhere and I need to work on something. And it is by, I see a tag in here, it's by Caseit, C-A-S-E-I-T, and the I guess the print is called Doodle Creatures Pink. So if I can find it on Amazon, I'll put a link down below. Again, I just found this at Target in the clearance section, and it's just great. I just really like it. And that's it. All right, thanks for watching, and I hope you will like and subscribe this video. Hit the bell so that you get notified when my next video comes out, and I'll put my blog and Facebook page down below. The links below so you can find it. I have I've been online for like 10 years, or at least 10 years. So so I've got on my blog, you'll find lots of posts from our elementary years, and family travel, stuff like that. So there's a lot to read there if you want. Guys have any questions, let me know, okay? Thanks again for watching. Bye.